We got a non-focusing camera, everybody. Focus! Oh, I hate this camera sometimes. I'm sure that you can, like, actually hear it. Ugh. Well, this is going to be a really bad reenactment of me pulling the cylinder head off that I totally haven't taken off before and cleaned a little bit of. So yeah, totally not going to be. I didn't just loosen these bolts as you were watching. Okay, look at these push rods. They're like almost a foot long. It seems like they're almost a foot long. Now, yeah, I did it without you guys. Yeah, I don't really care because I don't like you people. So, the way to take the cylinder head off is you have like a couple bolts that I don't know how many there are because I'm too lazy to count them. All you need to do is take the intake manifold off, exhaust, pipe and everything, or whatever you want to call it, the muffin. Yikes. Valve cover. Rockers. Could have actually maybe kept them on. Just thinking about it. And however, bolts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bolts, at least on this model. 9 bolts, and then the cylinder head will pop off. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I got that thing sparkly clean. All that I used was a wire brush. And to get some of the chunky crap off, I used a scraper. I didn't go nuts. That's a lot of things that people do wrong, is they go nuts. And then they start to chip away at this piston. Chip, I guess, I don't know. They start to wear out the piston so it loses compression. Now, cylinder head is another story. Cylinder head I kind of cleaned a little bit. I really don't care about the cylinder head that much. I should, but I don't. Whatever. So this is the top of your engine, whatever you have. Zooming out. This is the top of your engine. Holds spark plug. I want to say that this is intake, this is exhaust. Intake is always bigger than exhaust. All it does is, the way that this works, I mean, is that way far down in there, I guess you could say, there's 2 pin looking things. Those are the I almost said needle and seat. Ah, man, what is that called? I forgot, whatever, who cares. All I know is that those put the crankshaft, that's the camshaft that runs off the crankshaft. I'm sure this one is actually a metal camshaft. It looks like it might be a metal camshaft. I can't really tell. I really can't tell. But whatever. Who cares? Right now it's in top dead center. Whenever the piston is up as far as it possibly can be. Now, the magnet, whenever it hits the magnet, that's not top dead center. I don't know why. Maybe it's to reduce compression or whatever. All I know is that this thing has a whopping 150 pounds of compression, which is a good bit of compression for a little lawnmower. So I may have got lucky on this. Then, push rods. This is an aluminum push rod. This is a steel push rod. Steel is intake push rod. One of the reasons that they have push rods is there's gotta, whenever something fails, 2 solid objects. There's the rockers and the head. And then there's the camshaft. It's inside of the engine that runs off the crankshaft. Which one? There's got to be a way to connect them. And if something fails, do you want the cylinder head to fail, or do you want the crankshaft and camshaft to fail. You don't want either one of them to fail. So you put in push rods. Thin aluminum, whatever, or steel, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to make it out of. That will give in before the cylinder header, before the camshaft. Or before maybe even the crankshaft, which I doubt. That's unless you get something wedged in your engine. So, yeah. Lawnmower logic with air cooled. The way I clean this off, maybe it isn't the recommended way, but I took a scraper, or Mr. Scraper. Why did I say Mr. Scraper? I just took a scraper, scraped off a little bit of the head gasket. This is the head gasket. Scraped off some of the head gasket. This one is not blown. To tell you the truth, kind of surprises me. Gotta tell you the truth. Gotta tell you the truth. So yeah, I bent down this heat shield so I could get into everything easier, because usually it's like that, and you can see it now. You can see how engine works. So, I got everything, I got the cylinder head and everything cleaned off. It's clean enough. Got some of the crap off the piston and everything. Got a dance today that I'm gonna go to, so I really don't have much ouch time. So I'm really not gonna do anything. Just gonna throw it together, not even gonna do valve lash or anything. I'm just gonna throw everything together tonight so I can be good to go. So tomorrow, because today is Friday, I can just let's find out. No, it's way off. I bet neither one of these are gonna fit, because this looks like it's gonna be. Oh hey, it fits. Nice. That's super nice. That needs to go into the cylinder head. Ouch. So, my dad used the push mower yesterday to cut no man's land between our yard and our neighbor's yard. And so, I don't know if I've told anybody this, but it has a blown head gasket. I should have looked at a head gasket for it. As I was looking for a head gasket for this. Way off. Getting on down. So, he's mowing no man's land. It's really late. You shouldn't have really been out cutting, grass. At that time I was cutting the bottom of our hill. Now I count on it not being on correctly. So I'm down at the bottom of the hill cutting the grass down there because it hadn't been finished, as he's up there cutting no man's land. So he signals me to come back up because yeah, it's getting dark and everything, it's pretty late. So I go up and he says that my mower is probably junk because it started to spew oil out of the carburetor and it's all over the side of the block and everything. I really didn't see until I got home today because it was dark then. And all of the oil is on the side of the engine that has the oil cap on it. So I go just to check the oil, and I go to twist it and it doesn't come, the cap doesn't come off. Then I twist it the other way and then the cap comes off. I'm like, oh, because the cap wasn't on all the way. But it's everywhere. I should still look into the problem to see if there's actually anything wrong with it. Because there actually could be something wrong with it that I don't know about. So, I'm gonna put this down for a second. You know, I'll bring you back whenever I got this all tightened down and everything. So, I got the carburetor. It's like 2 per. I want to just buy another one and hang one of them on my wall. So, yeah. Oh, no. Don't please. Don't do this to me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, good. Better work. So, I really didn't have a nice dance today. It just was not enjoyable at all. People are making rumors and everything about my one friend. It's here in my, I almost said county, my region, my township and everything. People are so touchy because they believe that everybody's friends with each other. Yeah, no, I don't have very many friends. I'm okay with that. I like to live a solitary life. Yeah, every once in a while, yeah, it kind of sucks that, yeah, you don't really have very many friends. You know what? I don't really care. But you know what? Whenever you start to talk about my friends, and you start to make rumors about my friends, that, to me, is a gigantic no-no. I'm not an intimidating person, and I will admit that, and that is 100% truth. I will never deny that. They can do to make me deny that, because I know that that is the truth. And I will openly say, I think that I'm not an intimidating person. But you know what? Whenever I start yelling, people get scared. And I don't like yelling. And I don't like scaring people unless it's funny scaring. Like, you just kind of like pop out of nowhere, like, yeah, it scares them. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's funny. I like to watch people being tortured. But, oof. Ouch. But, you know, I don't like scaring people, like, actually scare. I like to just randomly yell sometimes because it's kind of funny. But I don't really yell for a reason. I don't have any reason to yell. But man, I was about to flip out today at the dance. My shoes aren't tied. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. I'm out here to relieve stress. People started to make rumors about my one friend. I kind of got in a little bit of trouble, not much, just a little bit. And I don't say this much, but I hate this township. I hate this township a lot. Because people, like, there's popular people in my township. Which makes it a 100% honest to God, terrible, disgusting, absolutely just terrible. Oops, sorry. Having popular people makes everything so much worse than it needs to be. Because if you're a popular kid, you have everybody on your back. If you're not, well then, ouch. Sucks for you. I'm not a popular person, you know what, I'm okay with that. But whenever you have no friends, yeah, that sucks. So I flipped out like 2 or 3 times. And I don't want to flip out again. Nobody likes it whenever I flip out. I don't like it whenever I flip out. I don't do it to scare people. I do it to get them to stop. But you know, let's get off that topic and focus on lawnmowers. How about it? So what I'm doing right now is I am putting the carburetor on just as a stress ring type kind of deal. So I might be doing this like wrong, I guess, but I have a ton of gaskets that I don't really have a use for, and I'm gonna put a gasket on the end of this intake manifold because it's just a rubber ring. An O-ring, basically. I can probably just find an O-ring and slap it on there. But if I have the gaskets, I might as well put them on. It's really not gonna hurt anything. If it does hurt anything, I'll take them off and see if that helps. And then check out valve lash and everything. Oh yeah, I drained the oil out of it, and I let it sit draining it for like a couple hours. And I was just pulled that plug out and I'm starting to look at it, and almost immediately there's chunks flown out of it. And you know what I think? First thing I think, that's my governor, I'm sure, because of how bad this governor pulses. It's kind of funny. At least I think it was. Whatever. I forgot a part number. This. No, let's see that. 27321. I don't know if that's a part number. Whatever. It was just on eBay, so yeah. Whatever, who cares? I think the carburetor would have the part number on it, but I don't think it does. Whatever. So this gasket kit came with two gaskets. This is the old gasket, this is one of the new gaskets. They're two different gaskets. I think one is for the newer style, the Briggs engines, with the stupid plastic covers and everything on it. What was that? That was Lifta. I have 3 extra gaskets for I don't know why. I don't remember which one came with the carburetor. I think it's this bent one. But you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna put one of them on, and I really don't care what anybody says, really. You can't do that because that's a plastic intake manifold. I don't care. If it breaks anything, well then that's my fault. But you know what? So, sucks for you. Now you might be thinking, where is this gonna fit right now? I have a solution. It might be like, I'm gonna get like a strike on YouTube for this. A knife. I'm just gonna cut it out a little bit. Cut the gasket to make it so this will fit. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this because it's like flaking off. I'm not going to use any RTV on this because I don't think it really needs any RTV. It's just kind of like overkill. Maybe there's one that'll fit. This one kind of fits. No, it don't. This one fits barely. I guess I'll just use this one. So, 2 bolts that hold the thing on, it's 3/8. You know, yeah, 3/8. Everything's 3/8. They had Coke at the dance. So that's another one of the things that like actually ruined my night. I'm not a Coke person, a Pepsi person, Crush person, whatever, anything other than Coke. I'm actually like screwing the gasket onto the thing. And screwed up. I don't know if you can see anything. So, I don't think you gotta put this on, but I might. This is a sealer on the head. I might put it on, I might not, probably will. It's just on the valve, so you just kind of push the valve in and lightly push it over. But, because if you don't lightly push it over, the spring and everything will, like into the space, Okay, you might know. Yeah, now the bolts aren't going to line up because I don't know. Yep, that's what I thought. Why not you line up? Get on now. Get on that. Oh, is it in? I know it's not. I'm gonna be here like actually all night trying to get this one bolt into this. Whoa. Hey, I got it in, yay. Now, maybe he won't really like me, the idea of me doing this, but Aiden Petrie, I'm sure you all know him, good guy, person that people that make threats, not threats, rumors about Aiden Petrie. Lawnmower Mayhem will be back up soon, don't worry. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram and stuff. My name is actually Eric Lawson. Why wouldn't it be? Now, because I just use a little screwdriver thing, what I do, I take vice grips, not vice grips, channel locks. It's gonna be a little weird doing this one. Put it on the bolt and just tighten it. Because just the little handle isn't going to be enough to tighten it down enough. That's what I used on the head. Valve cover. So, yeah. So I got it on and everything. It's on all the way. It's so pretty. It looks so out of place with all the other engine nasty looking parts. You start to look at the bottom, you see the actually pretty nice looking shroud. I have to admit, it's actually kind of pretty. It's kind of it's actually a really nice orange or red or whatever I'm going. You see this nasty old flywheel go down and see the little parts where you look over. Brand new carburetor, yes. You can't see a brand new head gasket though. It's in between there. You can't see a new valve cover gasket. I mean, you kind of can, but you really can't. So, who cares? Oof. Before I go to bed right tonight, I have to make sure I do something. It's just gonna continue to rust. Good thing I just put that brand out. It's a good thing I just put that brand new carburetor on. Perfect. I'll do it right now, but I'll keep the paint sticky. Stay sticky for a while. From me draining the fuel out of that other carburetor so many times, it started to peel the paint off of the frame, and so I'm worried about it rusting. It's already started to a little bit. That orange crap right there, it's already started to rust a little bit, and that's the frame, so I don't want it to rust through. So I'm gonna lay a coat of like silver on it, whatever I have, just to get something on it. Now, this carburetor kit thing gives you a ton of parts that I don't know what are for, and I really don't care. I think this thing goes on here, I think. I don't know, I might try it on just to see. At least I think this is what that's for. Maybe they would normally give you a brand new cable and everything for it, and that's why this came with that. What was that? Rector. Oil it. Thread into it. No, it will not. No, it will not. Oh no. Whatever. Valve lash. I just kind of cheated. I tightened it down, the valves and everything down until they were loose, but they weren't flopping around a ton. Whenever I pull that valve cover back off to do it correctly, I'll show you guys what I did. I tightened it down enough that there's still a little bit of slop in the valve, but I tightened it down enough that the valve didn't look like it was about to just bolt was about to come out and just come off. Whoa, okay. Putting the cable back on where it looks like it was. Because I don't have a throttle control on this hand throttle thing, I have to make sure it has full choke, so it looks like it does. Whatever, good enough. Okay, let's see if I can get that thing off there. Get that roof there. It's not coming off. Dang it. Well, I cannot have that on there like that. This is an aftermarket, cheap eBay carburetor, so it's not going to be perfect. So I guess what, I get to mess with more people. It seems like that's the only thing I do on this mower at this point. It's mower, but I love this mower because that makes so much sense. Now, there's too much stuff here. Now I gotta put this thing back on, which is gonna be really fun. That throttle another thing on too. That might be a good thing to remember. Dang it. I just realized something. I need to figure out a way to get a return spray on this thing. Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh geez. I forgot what I'm looking for. Because it's just how I roll. Could I use this spray? There it is. I don't really actually remember how this all goes back together. And I don't care. Because that's just how I roll. I don't think I need to take that off all the way. Out of the way. All the way. All the way. So that's the old stretch out crappy cover screen. Now, where is the spring? I don't know.
Here.
Yeah? Okay. Paint is dry. Ish. It's the next day. I think I gotta do is put the cover back on it and push it out, get back, push more in here, and try to figure out what's wrong with it. And you done first thing I don't know. Today's the day I've been dreading and been looking forward to. At this point, I think it's more dreading. Door's done. Got the cast in it. Hit the key. Watch it blow up in my face. Ow! she's untied. I'm terrified. I'm a chicken. There it is. I admit it. I'm a chicken. I knew it. It's the second day of fall. First time I finished it was in August. It's September now. I've had this mower for about getting around to a month. I've already put a ton of work into it. Changed the oil twice. Gone through miles of fuel line. Gone through a battery. A carburetor, head gasket, valve cover gasket, exhaust gasket, intake manifold gasket. My heart's starting to beat faster. I can feel it. So, the mower was running yesterday. Running very smooth, surprisingly, and it ran at a high RPM. I really didn't like that, so I shut it off, messed the out a little bit, go eat dinner and stuff, go out, turn the key, it died, battery dead. So, old die-hard crappy battery. That for sure doesn't want to charge very well anymore. Trickle charge. So, yeah. Go put on.